Hi Stampers, welcome to Snowberry Stampers. This is Linda Goldhurst from Orlando, and I wanted to jump on real quick and do a short video to show you how to create these cute frames and miter the edges. Linda Heller, my upline, did a video. If any of you subscribe to Stamping School, you might have seen it. But this is just such an easy way to frame whatever piece of art, whether it's a scene or not a scene. So let's get started. All right. So for this card, I created just a small art piece here. And this layer, in order to create this size frame for a standard card, this piece is 2.5 by 3 3/4. And then we're going to mount it on a piece of white cardstock that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So let's get that on there. And my favorite is green glue because it gives you a little bit of wiggle time. All right, and get that on here. And just give it a little good press so it really sticks down. Okay, now the frame is probably the easiest thing ever. So you need 4 strips of DSP. And the DSP that I'm using is from the In Good Taste. And that is continuing in the new catalog as well, which is pretty awesome. All right, so 4 strips, they're 1/2 inch by 5 1/2. The length doesn't really matter as long as it's bigger than this base piece of cardstock that you have. All right, so what you're going to do is I just put a little bit of glue in the center, and you're going to mount your DSP so that it lines up with the edge of the larger white cardstock. So I'm not gluing it from end to end. Okay, and then hold that down for a second, let that really adhere. Do the same to the other side. It doesn't matter in which order you put the frame pieces on. You could do left, right, top and bottom. You could go around in a circle, doesn't matter. All right, just make sure it butts right up to that white, okay? All right, now we're gonna do the same thing on the top and the bottom. And I'm kind of trying to get it a little bit under the starfish there. All right, hold that for a second and then do the same thing for the top. All right, now this is where the magic comes in. All right, so we've got that. It looks kind of cute, but it's not what we want. All right, so you need some kind of removable adhesive. I use this Scotch Wall Safe tape, and I just cut it into tiny little pieces. So this is just, you know, really small. And what we're going to do is just hold down one of the inside edges so that these 2 pieces, the horizontal and the vertical, are kind of stuck down. All right, then you're going to take your scissor. Now remember, we didn't glue all the way to the edge, right? So now we're going to go from this intersection to that intersection in a straight cut. Pull out the pieces, pull off the tape, and there you have it. How simple that is. All right, let's do that again. Okay, so this is not glued down. We're going to go from this cross section to that cross section in one cut. Okay, and move over to the next. And we're going from this cross to that cross. Pull it out, remove the tape. And when I first saw this, I thought, nah, it can't be that simple. It can't be that perfect. and it really is. It makes such a stunning effect. Okay, and now what we do, save that little piece of tape for the next one, and I just lift the corners up a little bit, and I just put a little bit of adhesive right across the corner and glue it down. And you don't need any special tools. You don't need to do any measuring. So thank you, Linda Heller, because this is just awesome. And as simple as that, you've got that done. Now you can take a marker on some of these. I did darken up. You can see a little bit here. I did darken up and just used a crumb cake marker or whatever color you want to accent the mitered edge. But on this one, I'm just going to leave it because I want that rustic kind of a feel. Now, if you end up with any little stray pieces on your corner, you just trim them off. Tiny little pieces. Okay, then I made a piece of beadboard, and I don't know, can you see that? So I just used my score tool, and I just scored at 1/8 of an inch and then every 1/2 of an inch to give that beadboard look. I'm going to mount that on a piece of crumb cake. And this is standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I'm going to take my frame and I'm going to pop that up. And if this is a card you're going to mail, you probably want to put a dimensional in the middle just to give it a little more support. Okay, and this gets mounted here in the center. And there you go. Cute piece of artwork. I hope you learned something new today. As I said, I was thrilled when I did yesterday.